Hello everyone, welcome to the Cognizant Crone. We are on day 10 of our 365 day vlog challenge. So today we're gonna have some fun with AI. Yay! No, well, maybe, kind of. So let's talk a little bit about the evolution of AI. No, we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm all over the place. Okay, AI. Is it good? Is it bad? This is the big question that everyone is asking. There are people who are adamant, oh no, it's bad and computers are going to take over and they're going to kill us. And then there are people going, no, we need AI and biometrics and flying cars and all this stuff. So let's break it down a little bit. And this is just sort of my opinion and how I kind of look at AI. And I'm going to talk about how I used to think and how I think now and why. Okay, AI, for those of you who don't know, is artificial intelligence. So it's basically robots and stuff that can replace a lot of the functions that humans perform. So I'm like really generalizing when I talk about stuff like this, but it's just so you can get the point, right? So when I think about AI, and when I was thinking about what I was going to say as part of this vlog, it made me think sort of back to, when I was a kid or a teenager in the 70s and the 80s and stuff. And back then, AI was like Rosie the housekeeper on the Jetsons, right? It was Kit the car on Knight Rider, okay? Like that was AI, right? And now fast forward 30, 40, 50 years or whatever, the evolution of technology, it's not just where we've come and how far we've come, it's how fast. And it's speeding up more and more and more and more and more. So I look at it as this, there's good in that and then bad bits too. And we'll talk about that in a second. I used to be kind of skeptical, like when ChatGPT came out, I don't know, it was a couple of years ago or something, right? And, it hit the ground and everyone was all about ChatGPT. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I worked for a boss at the time who was he's all over tech, but like would use ChatGPT and it just wouldn't work. And then he wouldn't he would use it for emails and stuff, but he wouldn't either proofread or he didn't know how or didn't understand, and it just came across really stupid. Anyway, so I think ChatGPT has come a long way because of course it's what you feed into it. You have to give it time to learn like a human, right? Like a toddler isn't going to be able to read War and Peace. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to have time to learn. So I get that. And ChatGPT is only going to be as good as what is programmed into it. The information it's fed, right? Garbage in equals garbage out. So the saying goes. So now, even like think about phones, right? I made a joke about flip phones on one of the previous videos, and yeah, I mean they're good because they can like kind of force you to unplug instead of getting wrapped up in your phone. And I've been guilty of that, right? I've been guilty of that because and I've mentioned this before too, go on Instagram or any app, doesn't matter, or play a game or something, and then an hour's gone by and it's like, I just wasted an hour of my life. Now, if you're having fun and just blowing off steam and enjoying it, time, what was it? I think it was John Lennon said, time you enjoy wasting isn't wasted time, right? Which is fine, but when it's consuming a lot of your life, not so good. And so there's also, and I'm going to talk about sort of some of the downsides, but then I'm going to talk about the good stuff too. And then I think about little kids, and even let's just call it out, millennials, right? Anyone sort of born after the year 2000. AI and tech is such a big part of their life, which is a great thing because there are so many things that they can do and that they understand, and just advancement in learning and knowledge and information, which is fantastic, right? But it feels like, and maybe it's just, I know it's a perception of a lot of people, especially older generations like mine, right? Where it's like, well, kids don't socialize anymore. They don't know how to talk to each other. They're sitting beside each other and texting each other. What is that, right? And I get that. I think there has to be a healthy balance. So I love tech. Like, if it wasn't for tech, you and I wouldn't be having this conversation right now, right? Let's touch on the speed in which technology is advancing. Okay, think about smartphones. So I was talking about smartphones via flip phones, right? So smartphones have not been around that long. Like, I think less than 20 years. I'm gonna ballpark, right? Yeah, I would say less than 20 years. But it's like within months of buying a brand new latest and greatest cell phone, yours is outdated, right? Like, and I'm not talking it's not in fashion. Like, the technology has upgraded and changed so quickly. So it's great that we're advancing, but the speed at which we're advancing might be too fast for our human brains to process. I hope that makes sense. Like, and I know the younger you are, it's easier to pick up on stuff. Even if you are like inclined and a quick learner and stuff like that, as I am, right? Like, I'm pretty tech savvy, especially for my generation, right? And I'm pretty tech savvy, and I'm like, I'm barely keeping up with the changes coming in. I'm like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And then, like, I'm learning and stuff. So eventually I start to catch up. But one of the fears I have is that there's going to become a time and point in my life is going to come where I'm not going to be able to catch up. That is what scares me. It's not the advancement of tech. It's me not being able to keep up, right? That is scary to me because we need it. Like, think about this. I don't know how many times when, I don't know, like, let's say you're going to an airport, right? You're flying somewhere and, you need to, what was it? Oh, trying to think. I was thinking the ArriveCan app was a thing in 2021, 22. I don't know. That stupid time frame of life when I don't think anyone wanted to exist and no one wants to, like, reminisce on because it was stupid. Anyway, it's like, well, you just need to install this on your smartphone. I'm thinking, what if you're someone who doesn't have a smartphone? What if you're a senior citizen on a fixed income and, your daughter buys you a ticket to go visit her, to fly out and visit you? You don't even have the technology, but we're expected to have it, right? So there's that part of the system too. It's like, if we're expected to be able to do this, then why is there no subsidy for it? You know what I'm saying? I hope this makes sense. Anyway, so there's that. It's the falling behind factor. But here's the thing, where at first I was kind of like, I don't know about this AI and tech and whatever. And people are worried that computers are going to take over the world and kill us or whatever, right? Here's the thing. I look at AI now the same way you can look at a hammer. So is a hammer a tool or a weapon? It is both. It's how you use it that counts. And then the conspiracy theorists are going to, and believe me, I love me a good conspiracy theory. We're going to go there. Maybe Sunday we're going to get into conspiracy theories. That's so much fun. Day 12. Look, put a pin in that, okay? So, like, conspiracy theorists, like, oh, the government is going to do this and they're going to take our identity and they're going to turn us into robots and put our consciousness into a robot, whatever. And maybe they will. You know what? I'm to the point, I don't care. I just, whatever, right? You got to stick my brain in a robot or whatever. I don't know, right? I can't live my life worrying about what if somebody uses this for a bad purpose. I can't. Like, that is so stressful and unnecessary. Instead, I flip the script and go, what amazing things are we going to be able to do with this, right? I'm going to stop worrying about the bad things that might happen. Well, if you constantly worry about the bad things that might happen, you're never going to leave your house. You're going to be so paranoid and afraid of everything. And I'm not coming at this with rose-colored glasses and not going, oh, everything's fine. The government would never do that to us. No, I'm not coming from it from that perspective. Coming from it from the perspective of I'm choosing to focus on the positive, be aware of the negative, like keep your finger on the pulse. But I'm going with the positive stuff because it's got to come. Here's the real thing that anchored this in for me. I'm going to nerd out. Some of y'all are going to get it. And if you do, you're my people. You're all my people. But if you get what I'm about to say, you're definitely my people. So I'm a Star Trek fan. They have holosuites. They have transporters. They have this wild technology a couple hundred years into the future. And I'm like, that is the best. That is so cool. I wish we had this. Oh. How are we going to have it if we don't start somewhere and make those advances over time? Right? I want a replicator. I want to be able to say, give me some Peniala vodka, and it gives it to me. Right? Sure. Why not? You know what I'm saying? That would be so cool. Flying cars. I can just fly wherever I want to go. No more traffic jams on the ground. Like, there are so many things, wonderful things that I think are coming, right? Is it going to be in my lifetime? I don't know. Don't know. Whatever. Don't care. I live my best life in whatever conditions I'm living in. So if this is the best technology I'm going to see and it stops right now, great. If things advance, and we have flying cars in 5 years, great. Fantastic. But I mean, I think that, like I said, the thing that anchored it in for me is I can't be a Star Trek fan and be afraid of AI. Those things don't work, right? Those two mentalities, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. So AI, I'm in. Bring it on. Bring it on. Just don't take my consciousness and stick it in a robot, please. That's all I'm asking. All right. Sorry, being goofy, but tell me your thoughts on AI. Put it in the comments below. Or if you have any ideas of stuff you want me to talk about, put that in the comments too. I'm telling you, conspiracy theories, they're on the back burner. And they're coming to the front burner real soon. All right. Thanks for watching. I'd love for you to like, share, subscribe, comment. And of course, be tuned in tomorrow, day 11, best day of the year, any year. We'll talk about that then. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.